Welcome back, trainers. So we're going to be taking a look at some battles, but first I purchased my Elite TM in the shop, and take a look at my boy Elliot's 100% IV Mewtwo with Shadow Ball, in which he is going to use his Elite TM to get Shadow Ball and Scythe Strike. So it is going to prompt you to pick the move that is going to bring you to a list of all the potential moves that they can learn. You're going to select one. It is going to confirm. You're going to have yourself a nice new shiny move on whatever Pokemon you did pick. So awesome. Good luck to everybody out there who's going to use it. Personally, for myself, I'm going to save it for now. Now let's hop into some Great League battles, because we can pick between Great, Ultra, or Master League, and I decided to go with Great League and test out Ferrothorn to see how it does perform here, folks. And I'm going to tell you right now, it took me a while to find a good team, but once I did, ooh, I was on fire, and it was very fun to use. This thing is going to wall a Azumarill. I mean, you're going to be able to get hit by, say, Ice Beam pretty good. It's going to do a decent amount of damage. We're going to take a look at all the kind of matchups here, but I'm going to tell you, I found great success with it. I did have to TM away one of its moves for Thunder, which I found a little bit more useful for the current meta, and then stop leading with it. I had to lead with something else. All right, so yeah, it's a fantastic Pokemon. We've covered this before, but I wanted to kind of revisit it because, well, Bullet Seed is new, right? It's kind of generating energy a little bit faster, which is going to help it to get to its charge moves better, and it is going to become more relevant here. So we're going to be switching into our Azumarill here, trying to catch a move, and we're catching Ice Beam. Perfect. They're going to be bringing back in their Alolan Raichu here, and this was a level 10, by the way, and they're going to be going for the Thunder Punch. Now, what we want to do at this point is basically just wear off their energy, burn a shield, do as much damage as we can with the Azumarill. We're surviving with 1 HP and getting off another Ice Beam. Incredible. So we were burning their last shield, which was big there. Going back in here with the Ferrothorn, going to be shielding that up. It was just a Thunder Punch. I am very curious to see what they do have. It's going to be that Wild Charge, and we're just going to be going for the Vine Whip here, taking them out. In comes the Azumarill. We are almost at our Vine Whip. This is going to be more than likely an Ice Beam, not quite taking us out, but doing a good amount of damage. We're able to get to another one and take the win with the Ferrothorn here. So really nice first battle that I did have with it, and I was actually able to go 5-0 with my finalized team that we're going to look at right now. So starting it off with Hypno, and we're going to be going up against Garvantula. Now, we have to look out for Bug Buzz. That would easily KO us, or I think it would take us pretty low. Nonetheless, we already know, so we were counting their Volt Switches. It's going to take 4 to get to that Bug Buzz. Otherwise, it is going to be a Discharge, I do believe. As you can see, Confusions are doing a lot of damage, so we are going to commit another Shield and just farm down. We're going to have energy. We are rocking Shadow Ball and Ice Punch on this specific Hypno with this team comp with the Azumarill and Ferrothorn in the back. They're going to be going in here with Azumarill. Would really like to have Thunder Punch right about now, but unfortunately that's okay. We're just going to be going for the Shadow Ball. We are ahead here. We do need to get a shield out of them. That would be great at this point. And they're not giving up a shield. All right, so what do they have in the back that they're saving those for? They're going to be going for Ice Beam here. We have no more shields, doing a little bit more confusion damage. We're absolutely going in here with Ferrothorn. Whatever they throw at us is not going to be doing much damage here. Ice Beam is the best bet to go, to be honest with you. Energy efficient. So switching out the Steel Quick move that we had, I wasn't enjoying that at all. And that is going to be Mirror Shot. So I decided to TM that away and go with Thunder, because I found myself in many situations where, hey, you know what? If I had Thunder, I can do a lot of neutral damage, or super effective to, say, a Skarmory matchup, in which you're going to see exactly, yes, that is bingo, Thunder, let's go. Anyways, we're going to be taking down that Registeel there. Let's see those Registeels again, and they're going to be giving up that match. Moving on to the next one here. I was able to win, I do believe, 7 in a row with this team, possibly 8, I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, so they're starting off with Umbreon. We made a switch into our Ferrothorn, and they're going to be going in with their Registeel here. So we're just going to be going with Thunder all the way. As you can see, still doing good damage. Focus Blast is going to do a lot of damage, but they go for Flash Cannon, bait, very nice, and they get the shield out of me there. That's not going to do much damage if we let that go through. Getting another Thunder through, as you can see, holding our own to some degree, but if we get hit by a Focus Blast, it is going to be game over. They're going for Flash Cannon. Okay, very interesting. Wonder if they're trying to get our shield. So at this point, I don't know if they would want to just go for Focus Blast or for Flash Cannon. I think maybe just Focus Blast. We're going to try to burn a shield from them. They decide to not give up a shield. They're going to let that Registeel go down. Let's see if we can get off a charge move. Unfortunately not. Maybe we might be able to survive here. Last resort. I mean, okay, this trainer had me a little confused because we resist normal. Going for a dark type move would have been within their best interest here. Now they go for foul play. They should have done that to begin with. Maybe they have some sort of strategy. They're switching into their own Azumarill. We're going to be going into our own Hypno immediately here. And yeah, let's see how this plays out. Again, another situation in where having Thunder Punch and Ice Punch, the combo that I was talking about when the Great League did return in Season 1 is, you know, fantastic. It worked great for me. I do have several Hypnos, and that one is still lying in wait. This is just another one that I do have made because the move pool is so massive for Hypno. We're able to farm down here, committing our last shield. Going to go for that Ice Punch immediately here to try to get a shield. It is going to be an Umbreon. Of course, that was their last Pokemon. Duh. All right, so we're going to go back in here with our Azumarill, and we're looking good. They're going for the foul play. I don't know. All right, see, this is exactly what I'm talking about. They went for not very effective against my Ferrothorn, and then they went not very effective against my Azumarill. Maybe they knew the match was lost, so they're just like, whatever. But a little confusing there. Nonetheless, rank 9. So going into the next match here, starting it off obviously with the Hypno. And then we're going to be going with the Ferrothorn later on. You're going to see my kind of trial battles, testing out teams to see if it does work for me or how I can make it work. And I finally did with this team here, although it's going to work with other Pokemon as well. This one just finally worked out, 5-0. And the Azumarill is going to be going down. I just wanted to let it take us down. Do as much damage as we can. They're going to switch, and now we're looking great. We're going to be able to switch into our Azumarill, and this is a matchup that we all know is going to be favorable for the Azumarill, especially if you do have Ice Beam. Don't know if I necessarily needed to shield that first Sky Attack up. Yeah, so they have no more shields at this point. I could farm a bit, but they're going to be able to get to another Sky Attack potentially, so farming too much is not great. Getting a little bit more energy and then hitting that Ice Beam. This is going to take out the Altaria. And what are they going to bring back? Probably Altaria. Yep, we're going to be switching into our Ferrothorn immediately with energy. So they can't even switch and going for that Power Whip. They're going to be bringing in Medicham, which is actually going to be doing super effective damage with counters and or Power Up Punch, Dynamic Punch. So let's see what they're going to throw at us here. We have one more shield. I decided to go ahead and shield it up. It is going to be an Ice Punch. That would have done an okay amount of damage. But I wanted to just survive with the star of the show here and finish it off with the Power Whip. So if you can tell, the audio does sound different because I did go Office Space on my last one and absolutely just destroyed it. I'm using my older mic and it doesn't sound bad at all, does it? The other one was giving me problems and it was a lot more expensive. I ordered another one and I don't think I really needed to because this one sounds perfectly fine. Guys, tell me what you think. Going up against the Skarmory. Here we go. Did you see that Thunder? Yeah, boys, let's get it. Are we going to go for Thunder again? Oh, yeah. Are they going to let it through? Oh, yeah. All right, so Ferrothorn, put it in work here, and we're met with an Umbreon. Let's see what we can do. Now, man, my first few matches, a little rusty. These are going to be my later matches. That first one you saw against the level 10 was actually literally my first match. I was like, okay, going up against the level 10, that's fine. I need to get there. That's where I should be without doing all these tests. But anyways, let's focus on these battles here. So we're going to be going for a Shadow Ball onto the Azumarill, getting it through here, and doing a lot of damage with Confusion. We're going to go for an Ice Punch. Let's see if we can get a shield out of them, thinking it's a Shadow Ball. They don't give it up. And I don't know why this guy did not want to give up their shields like until the very last second here. So they go for Hydro Pump. We're such a tank that we just take it to the face, the Hydro Pump. Shiny Hypno, let's go. And we're going to be switching immediately here. That's their last Pokemon, so we're not going to be able to get like counter switched or anything. Going for Ice Beam to get a shield. Honestly, you probably should just keep going for Ice Beam anyways. So they're not giving up a shield yet. I don't get this. And we're holding on to ours. I think we use it now. Yeah, last resort, so good call on that. So with 2 shields on their end, I was a little skeptic on winning this here. I mean, the last resorts are going to be doing more than the dark move, but I mean, unless they had like a whole nother last resort that they're just sitting on to wait for the very last second for some reason, I don't think. So we're throwing our Hypno in here. We're trying to catch a charge move, but that was a fail. They were able to get an extra quick move in and gain energy. What's it going to be? Wow. So they have no more shields. We're finally able to get this Ice Beam through, and this is going to be enough to win. So it was pretty close there. So saving those shields could have potentially helped them take the win there if we had a little bit less health on our Azumarill. Into the next match, we're met with a Skarmory here, and they retreat immediately thinking we may have Thunder Punch. They're going into their Swampert, and yeah, you know, let's go Ferrothorn. This thing is going to be able to do a ton of damage with the quick moves, and then obviously the Power Whip is just going to easily KO it, even at full health. I should have farmed a little bit more. That's where I messed up here. Should have farmed a little bit more, but that's fine. Let's see what happens here. Going back in with the Skarmory. Let's see if we're going to be able to... I decide to shield this up, and that's kind of a telltale sign. Like, they're trying to hit me with something here. Why would they shield up their Ferrothorn up against a Skarmory? So, Thunder, they shield it, but at least we get a shield out of them. And going in with our Hypno, we're going to go for Ice Punch, hoping for a shield. They don't give it up, so that's not great. And now let's see exactly what happens here. We're going to let this go through. Hypno's tanky, so we can take the Sky Attack here. Really enjoying Great League again, guys. They're going in with Whiscash, so we're going to go ahead and go with that Shadow Ball here. And the confusions are going to start to add up, but the Whiscash is going to be able to spam those charge moves, those Mud Bombs at an extreme rate. We're able to get to one more Ice Punch, which is good. We need to get as much damage as we physically can. They're using a shield. We're going in here with our Ferrothorn to absorb some sort of charge move here or potentially do damage. They're getting it off immediately, which is fine. They use that energy. We're going to go in here with the Azumarill, and at this point, I do believe we should just farm down. They may make a switch here, and they're going back into their Skarmory. Skarmory pretty low. I could go for Ice Beam at this point, but I decided to go for Hydro Pump. And them using their energy at this point, I should have potentially farmed a bit more, but it's not really necessary. You don't need to be overcautious here. There's no more shields. The Whiscash is very low, and even if it had Blizzard, it can't take us out, even if it had 2 Mud Bombs. So we're going to be able to take the win there, and that is going to be our 5-0 set, folks, with the Ferrothorn. So as you can see, it works great. You need to look out for fire. You're going to be extremely weak to that. You're going to be weak to potentially ice slightly. It's not actually a weakness, but it is going to do damage to you. And then you're going to also have to be weak to fighting, right? So plenty of things, and I found Thunder is going to be good coverage. Power Whip is a staple, and Flash Cannon can be something nice that you can have that does a lot of damage. With that Bullet Seed, you're going to be able to charge it fast. So for this battle here, we're going up against an Altaria here. Now these were some more of the successful teams, and then after the Hypno leads, we're going to see kind of my trial battles, starting with Ferrothorn, which didn't go too well for me for the majority of the battles. We'll take a look at the more successful ones and then taking a look at some losses. So now we are locked in here with the Azumarill with our Ferrothorn, and this is a very, very good thing for us. So at this point, I think we could almost farm down. Maybe. Let's see. And I don't think so. Farm in a little bit. Okay, yeah, we are. We're letting this go through. All right, smart. Very good. All right, so we're going to have a ton of energy and 2 shields. We're going to be able to hit whatever with a charge move here. It is going to be the Altaria. We're going to go Power Whip because that's simply going to do enough to take it out, even though it's not very effective. We're getting a shield out of them. They made a switch. What did they go into here? It's a Meganium. We're going to be going into our Azumarill with 2 shields. We had to do that switch immediately. Otherwise, they would have had a bit of an energy advantage, and then they could have potentially won this matchup here. But since we do have 2 shields, we're going to be able to win this here. So we're looking great. We're already to another Ice Beam at this point. And of course, they're going to be going with those Frenzy Plants, doing a lot of damage, and this should be able to take them out. I think I missed a row here. Oh, wow. I don't know what I was doing there. In comes the Altaria, and we're going to survive this, and we're going to be able to take the win with the Altaria with Ice Beam, or we could just farm down. I decided to just go for Ice Beam, so there we go. Looking great. This team comp is not going to be, you know, like the most invincible around or anything, but I just wanted to test out Ferrothorn, and this finally came up as the staple for us to use here. So we are met with a Whiscash. Now, having our Ferrothorn with this matched up is going to be great, but I don't want to switch and lose switch advantage, so we're just going to play this out here. They built up quite a bit, expecting a Blizzard. I don't think so, so I shielded it up. We're going to go ahead and go for the Ice Punch. They're going to actually use a shield, which is great, and now we're going to go for Shadow Ball. This is just an Ice Punch. You don't need to shield it up, don't worry. And we're getting that through. Perfect, and they're going to be able to get off a Mud Bomb here, and we're going to be able to win the matchup in the beginning. Both of us used a shield. This is fantastic. We have Ice Punch. They're making a switch into their Registeel, trying to catch an Ice Punch, I think. More than likely that's the case. So we're going to switch into our Azumarill here, and we're going to take a lot of damage from the Flash Cannon. That's perfectly fine. So since we know they do have an Altaria in the back, we are actually going to be shielding up this Flash Cannon here. And we're simply going to be going for a Hydro Pump. Let's see if they decide to use their last shield at this point. They're letting it go through. Altaria's in the back with 1 shield. How are they going to play this one out here? We have no more shields, but we have Pokemon that can counter that thing. Ferrothorn doesn't necessarily counter Altaria, but it's not going to be doing as much damage as it would, say, to another Pokemon. And hitting them with Thunder does a lot of damage, especially when you're gaining energy so fast. Throwing the Hypno in here to absorb the damage. If we could have got off an Ice Punch, that would have been great. But they know we have that, so they had to expend that energy. Going in here with Ferrothorn and going for Thunder. Let's see how much this is going to do to Altaria. Oh, yeah. That is looking great. How much does Sky Attack do to a Ferrothorn? Let's see. That's not very much. And we're able to get to a Power Whip. And this is going to take the win here. Looking good. Really enjoying this Pokemon. So, happy I made it. It does have okay PvP IVs. It is going to be a bit expensive to get that secondary move, but as you can see, the performance is great. Now, here we go with our test battle. So we had a great lead. They're switching into Altaria, and we're going to be going into our Azumarill here. So these were kind of the earlier test battles in which I was still trying to find a good team to use this with. The Charizard, if you're like, why is that over there? Because I actually composed a team of Ferrothorn, Azumarill, and Charizard when I first started battling. And I plan on doing a good amount of Great League battles. I do want to step into Ultra League as well, and then kind of dabble back into the Master League slightly. I know that's like nails on a chalkboard to some of you, but you know, I don't hate Master League. Anyways, let's not talk about that. We have a mirror matchup against an Azumarill here, so let's see what we can do with this. We do have the Ferrothorn, so we don't necessarily need to shield up. We just need to do as much damage as we can here, I guess. I don't know if it'd be the best for us to do as much damage. They're switching it to Registeel. We just systematically go for Ice Beam here. So, we have a Charizard. Let's see what we can do with this. And I do believe this was going to be my second or third battle that I did have here. So, a little rusty on the Great League. I'm surprised I won the first one, to be honest with you. I mean, I played it okay. Made a few mistakes. It just, yeah. So, the Charizard's going to be a good counter to Registeel here. Flash Cannon resisted, Focus Blast resisted, but Charizard is kind of squishy. Taking them out, have a bunch of energy, just going for Blast Burn at this point. And they're using their shield, going to be going in with Ferrothorn and going immediately with the Power Whip, and we're going to be able to take the win here with all 3 of the Pokemon. All right, so I wanted to try Alolan Marowak as well, so we did throw that in the team, took off Charizard, and see what we can do with this here. And we're going up against my friend Tom. Shout out to you, bud. This is a guy who's actually on my friends list, as a matter of fact. So, pretty interesting stuff. He's going in here with the Sableye. Now, this little Sableye hurts, guys, when it throws its charge moves. Ferrothorn does not like those too much. I don't think any Pokemon does unless they're resisting it. So, we're just going to be going for a Power Whip at this point. And as you can see, we do have the Mirror Shot, which I did TM away. It does have a bit of tech. You can, you know, drop some stats, but I don't like it. It's just, that's not me. Maybe I might try it out later on. They're bringing in a Cherum here, which I also have. Very interesting. That is going to have Weather Ball, Fire, super effective to us, and we're going to be able to go in here with our super effective, although the Marowak, and they're going to be gaining a ton of energy, retreating into Lantern here. Ever since I did update my game, I've seen a lot of glitches. As you've seen, the shield popped up, but I didn't use my shield. I took the damage, but everything's working fine, just weird visual bugs here. Sometimes I go into the battle and the 3-2-1's already done and the Pokemon or the opponent's already attacking me. Like, what's going on here? Hello. Anyways, we're going to continue on with the Bone Club. We have a bunch of energy. See, this was like like I said, second battle, so I was thinking, what should I do? I forgot, like, you know, exactly the timing that I need to get for a lot of these Pokemon. So we're switching into our Azumarill. I don't know why I did that. I really don't. I think I wanted to absorb all of that energy and go in here with the Marowak and see if I could finish them off like this. What are they going to throw at us here? Dazzling Gleam, doing not very effective, but woohoo, don't have much health. Let's see. No, this is over. Can we get to a Bone Club? Oh, no, not quite. Unfortunately, didn't play that one out the way we should have. So good job, good game. And we did get our friendship bonus there. That's pretty awesome. Moving on to the next match. Met with another Sableye here. All right. Okay, Sableyes. I have mine actually at Best Buddy, shiny as well. So I might have to test that out again and, you know, dust off the old Sableye. But you guys know what it is. All while Shadow is waiting. It's scratching at the gates. It's biting. It's saying, let me out. I want to battle. I want to take out some Registeels, some Steel types, some Grass types right now. Like, I'm telling them, okay, you're going to have your time. Just give it a minute. I need to test out a few Pokemon here. Anyways, we're going to be bringing in our Azumarill. This little thing is giving us a hard time now, isn't it? All right, we're going to go ahead and go with the Ice Beam here. Take it out. Get out of here. And they're going to be bringing in Lantern. Yeah, this is not good for us. Not good at all. So we're going to go ahead and go for the Bone Club. And what's up with this team comp? No algorithm, right? Oh, yeah, I switched to a Alola Marowak, and all of a sudden there's a Sableye and a Lantern, both on the same teams back to back. Yeah, right on, dudes. Right, so we're going to go ahead and go for the Bone Club again. I mean, it's clear as day, guys. Anyways, I go for the Hydro Pump. We're shielding it up. Good call. Good call. And we're farming down with fire moves. And they're bringing in Togekiss. This is a very cringy battle at the end here. What I do. We hit that. We get it through. We switch into Azumarill and hit the Ice Beam right away. Seems legit, right? But unfortunately, that was not the right play. Because now they have Ancient Power. We had a Bone Club, but... yeah, I think we could have won that if we would have just stayed with our Marowak and just continued on. But yeah, mistakes were made. So now we're going to be testing out Deoxys on the team, taking off the Charizard, taking off the Alola Marowak, and putting in Deoxys to see how this is going to work out. We're met with a Swampert. Yeah, that's a really good lead. And they're going to be going into Skarmory. Now, I switch into Azumarill. This isn't horrible, but I should have probably went with the Deoxys. So... yeah, a little misplay, possibly not really too much, but I think I would have liked to play it out a little bit differently. Going to be going for Hydro Pump, getting it through, which we're in a great position, I got to tell you. We're looking great here. So looking to get to that Ice Beam at this point because obviously we don't need to go for Hydro Pump. They're shielding it up, and I think I decide to commit to the shield because we want that switch advantage. We want that lead advantage here. Expecting them to bring in Swampert and just try to Hydro Cannon us out of here immediately. And that's what it is. We're able to get to an Ice Beam though. Hey. And this is going to do okay damage to Swampert. They shield it up, which is great. We got that last shield. We have Ferrothorn in the back, and they're going to switch immediately. So let's hope our Deoxys can handle their counter. And they're staying in. Okay, never mind. Should have hit that Power Whip. Let's hope I do. All right, they're locked in here. This is going to KO, obviously. This is easy KO. Now we're switching to Deoxys immediately, or we're trying to, but it wasn't letting us. And we decided to just roll with it because, well, this works. And Azumarill works perfectly. We're going to be able to take the win with it, I think. Surviving that Ice Beam, obviously. Going for another Power Whip. And then they do back out at this point and give us the game. Because we basically, we won that there. On to the next one here. And we're met with a Tropius. This was a bit troublesome. Alright, so the Flying Quick Move is doing neutral damage. See, the thing is, Ferrothorn is fairly tanky. And we're going to take those hits kind of nice. But unfortunately, we're still rocking the Mirror Shot, not Thunder. If we had Thunder, I think we would have been able to win this. But we have that weak move, and it's not horrible. It's just, I personally don't like it. I honestly think you should go Flash Cannon over that, to be honest. I mean, it's a bit of a bait thing, but with this Pokemon, you're charging so quick, just hit him hard. Hit him hard and get out. So we're going to be bringing in our Azumarill. Not the best strategy because, well, Leaf Blade here. We're going to absorb that. They're going to switch into their own Azumarill, and at this point, I was like, you know... this is probably a loss for sure, but I want to continue to play it out because I want to see, I need to get my practice in. I can't just quit a match when I'm not in a great position, right, and not play it all the way through. Let's play it all the way through, even if we're going to lose, so we can get this experience back here. It's not like we're playing Great League for the first time, but we're a bit rusty playing in all those Master League and Ultra League battles here. Anyways, making a switch into the Deoxys, shielding up that Hydro Pump, so good call, I suppose. Going to be going for that Rock Slide here because that's going to be enough to take out that Azumarill at this point. They're shielding it up. They want to keep that Azumarill going in this fight. Do I shield? We let the play rough go through, which is good, which is fine here. Gonna farm a little bit. I think I wanted to farm all the way down, which I do. All right, we committed. Now we have energy. What's she gonna do? And they made like that quick switch trying to get me to go for a charge move. I do, as a matter of fact. And they got me, I guess. So I should have went for Thunderbolt. Would have done more damage. We're gonna switch into our Ferrothorn to absorb any damage here. Going back into Deoxys. Farming a little bit. Gonna go for Thunderbolt. Would have had that Melmetal a lot lower at this point if we went for it initially. And we're going to be going for a Rock Slide, which is going to do neutral damage to the Tropius, but they still have a shield left. And why does the Rock Slide animation look like that, Niantic? And we go down. Why does the Rock Slide animation look like Crabhammer? This game, it's not one thing, it's another. We're met with this Phyllis. Very nice and spicy, interesting pick. We still have that Mirror Shot from this point forward, I do believe. So get used to that one there. And they are hitting us with not very effective Dragon Breaths. We know that they're going to have Body Slam and also Dark Pulse. We know Dark Pulse is going to be doing nice neutral damage. Body Slam is going to be resisted, but they do get a shield out of me. Very nice. I just wanted to preserve the health here. So at this point, we're going to let whatever they hit us with go through. I do believe. I hope so. Okay, good. We're not using a shield there. Using a Dark Pulse, doing a lot of damage, and we're able to get to another Mirror Shot here. I don't think this is... Yeah, well, that would have KO'd, but they used their shield there, which is nice. I make a switch into our Deoxys immediately, and they go ahead and go into their Meganium here. And let's see how this plays out. Going for that Rock Slide, getting it through, doing a decent amount of damage. And I do believe I decided to shield this up. We want to keep this Deoxys going here. We do not want that Meganium to get through to the other side. And they're going to be shielding it up. I think we can get to another Rock Slide and take them out at this point. Let's hope. And, oh, nice. Okay, never mind. We're catching a Frenzy Plant, using a third shield. Let's go. And we're going to be able to farm down. Right. I knew this. I knew exactly. I know. Anyways, if you did enjoy this video, trainers, please give it a big thumbs up. And I'll continue to bring you all the information you do need. Good luck on the community day tomorrow. And be safe out there.